So, what to talk about? A lot's been happening this past 6 months, but Supreme Court basically said no one's above the law. Yeah, you got the left saying that Trump's above the law, and the right saying everybody else is above the law. That's a Democrat. So, who is above the law? The law, apparently. All these lawyers getting legal aid funds for all these illegals they're bringing in. All the lawyers putting all these kids that they're bringing in on Social Security checks. I'm sure they get a cut of that money, right? All the administrative law judges that are placing all these foreign kids on Social Security, all these elderly folks they're bringing in, putting them in nursing homes, probably setting them up with Social Security numbers so they can give them Social Security checks, and the nursing homes get paid, the lawyers get paid, the judge takes a kickback. Pretty stiff racket. I don't know if you've seen the mayor of Baltimore and the governor of Maryland, but I would assume they're socialists that took over the Baltimore Social Security Appeals Council, which is where my case sits. After having heart surgery, back surgery, denied benefits for the last 3 years. It's pretty sad, you know. Get a big cut in your chest, can't walk 1,000 feet, but you can't get Social Security after being a truck driver for 10 years, working 30 years. That's the America we live in today, folks. Trump 2024, probably the only way to get things turned around, because they're looting the treasury as fast as they can to collapse the economy. I don't know if it's revenge for 1989 against Russia. I don't know if it's Russian infiltration. All of these folks that they supposedly bring here that helped our armed services in other countries commit crimes. They bring them here to commit crimes, put them in positions of power where they can call on them to make decisions and embezzle money for certain companies and certain folks. That is the military industrial complex, which I've seen firsthand working for several different people that were high up in the military at one point in time. This adjustable rate mortgage frenzy that's going on was developed in St. Petersburg, Florida by a company called Mortgage Investors Corporation, MIC to be correct. And I worked there for a short period of time till I realized what they were doing, calling veterans back in 2004-5, streamline refinancing VA loans down to lower interest rates. And then they raised rates just before 2008 to collapse those homes, those mortgages, and steal those homes from these veterans. That was a good deal. Not at all. Then they started doing the same thing with energy markets, deregulation. So these telemarketers that are in St. Petersburg, Florida, at American Power and Gas, calls New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and all these northern states that have deregulated their energy supplies, puts them on adjustable rate energy. So then they skyrocketed energy costs with this forced EV bullshit. So now all these businesses and people in those areas have to pay sky high rates for their energy. It's all one big scam. It's I've told Trump this on multiple occasions in messages, posts. Not once ever got a reply or anything. I would assume him and Dan Scavino both know this. I mean, they're smarter people than I am. The art of the deal, selling a future, selling a brand, repeat customers. That's the Bill Gates model. Get them once, and get them on the upgrade plan. Always coming back for whatever. That's what they're doing with medicine now too. Get you that next test, get you that next prescription. Hey, we'll see you here after this next test and see what's going on. Meanwhile, the test they do on you, like an MRI, totally fucks you up. Pills they give you come from foreign lands, loaded down with metals, totally messes you up. Yeah. It's like they sell you poisons to make you sick, to make you keep coming back. What a rant. That's all this is today, is just a rant. I like ranting. My wife doesn't like it though. But I'm in a house all day by myself. Can't figure out what else to do. Nobody will hire you. Quadruple bypass and all. Probably will croak before the end of the year. I don't trust any of these doctors. Not a single one. Try to put you on antidepressants when you're clearly not depressed. You're just dumbfounded and angry at what's going on in this country. But they tell you you're depressed and suicidal or whatever. Whatever. Yeah, I'm sure there's a reason for that too. Want to label us all crazy so they can take your guns away from you. Get you hooked on another drug. It's got side effects to make you take another drug. It's a racket. Definitely racketeering. I don't know if you've been to a doctor's lately, but when you walk in and you give them symptoms and they say, hey, I can only deal with one symptom at a time. Don't you think all these symptoms are connected, doc? No. We need to deal with one symptom at a time. That's when you know they're full of shit. I mean, full of shit. That's not doctor. That's an assembly line. Go to this specialist, go to this doctor, go to this doctor. Meanwhile, they're charging Medicaid or Medicare or your insurance thousands of dollars to give out free medical care to all these imported people and imported kids. Yeah. Who came up with that model? Whoever it is must have been a genius, right? No wonder healthcare costs so much. Doctors are robbing it. Oh, well. Like I said, vote for Trump. Peace.